Hello there, Fro here again with another weekly picks video for week 15 and recap week 14. And yes, I'm a little under the weather, so I apologize for any coughing or sneezing or anything like that. But I'm gonna power through this anyway and just just see what I can do. Well, my picks this past week went about as well as I feel right now because I went 5-11. Probably the worst week I've had in I don't know, at least a good month or two. But getting right into week 14. New Orleans at Atlanta on Thursday night. I picked Atlanta to win, and they won 2017. It was a good game. Atlanta needed that to keep their playoff hopes strongly alive, and good for them. They balled out and played well. Chicago at the Bengals. I picked the Bengals to win, and they lost 33-7. When you trust the Bengals, that's when they bone you. The most untrustworthy team in football, most likely. The Snowball, Indianapolis Colts at Buffalo in the blizzard of 2017. I mean, it was a fun game to watch, I guess, if you like watching running backs just get the ball every play. Gore had 36 carries this game, McCoy had 32. But I picked the Bills to win, and they won 13-7 overtime. The Colts got screwed. I mean, plain and simple, the Colts got screwed on the 2-point conversion that was good, and they called a penalty on it that was not even a penalty at all. But I'm happy about it. Better draft position. So, you know what? I'm glad this time that the refs screwed us. But seriously, the refs are terrible. They're worse every year. Bring back the replacements. They can't be... well, excuse me. They can't be any worse than this. But I got that one right. Colts suck. What a surprise. Not much you could take away from that game other than it was a snowball, and it was a unique game. Green Bay at Cleveland. I picked Green Bay to win. They won 27-21 in overtime. Green Bay still has an outside shot at the playoffs, and Rodgers can come back this week. I hope it happens. Why not? This league this year is pretty boring, with all the injuries and stuff. Which another big one we'll get to later on the picks. We need some more good storylines like that. Oakland at Kansas City. I picked Oakland to win. And Kansas City finally played well. They won 26-15, so I got that one wrong. But Raiders, I'm sorry I put my faith in you. Hey, at least you guys had a good year last year. And you got some young pieces there. I just don't know what the hell happened to you guys this year. Dallas at the Giants. I picked the Giants in an upset to win this game. And it was like 6 minutes left or whatever. It was 10-10. They're playing well. And then the wheels just disintegrated off the wagon. And they lost 30-10, so I got that one wrong. But I almost came out looking good in that game. But it's one of those weeks. Detroit at Tampa. I picked Tampa to win, and of course they lost. Credit to the Lions keeping their very slim playoff hopes alive, but they won 24-21. Both teams are, Tampa Bay. Both these teams I thought could make playoffs this year, but. I mean, Detroit still has an outside shot, but Tampa has no shot at all. And just disappointing years for both these teams. Minnesota, Carolina. I picked Minnesota to win, and they lost 31-24. Carolina played well. I mean, Jonathan Stewart looked damn good, and Cam Newton made some plays with his legs and stuff. And Cam Newton's very inconsistent, but there's a good team there. So Carolina could do some damage in the playoffs if they make it. At Minnesota, you'll be fine. You're still a good team. You just lost to a good team on the road. It happens. San Francisco at Houston. I picked San Fran to win, and they won 26-16. And once again, Garoppolo played decent. I mean, he had to pick early, but he did enough to beat Houston. Houston that was scary. But was savage. Man, it looked like he had a freaking seizure on the field. But Yates played well. It just Houston just too many injuries here. Trust me, I know how it feels. The Jets at Denver. I picked the Jets to win, and they lost 23-0. Because why not? It was one of those weeks. Denver finally played well, and poor McCown, man, he was tearing up after the game because he broke his hand. You could tell that this could be the end of his career or something. He's out for the season now, and credit to him, dude. He played his ass off this year. He almost made it through the entire season healthy, and he made the Jets a respectable team, and they were a tough out most weeks, and he played damn well. So good for him. But it's you hate to see people. They're so passionate, players like him and stuff, and he just can't stay healthy. Tennessee at Arizona. I picked Tennessee to win, and they lost 12-7. How do you lose to Blaine Gabbert? How do you only score 7 points against Arizona? I mean, they have a couple good defensive players, but their defense hasn't played that well this year. I just don't know what to make of Tennessee. They're probably going to make the playoffs just because the AFC is that weak, but they're going to get bounced in the first round pretty easily. Washington at the Los Angeles Clippers. Wow, Clippers. Los Angeles Chargers. Same difference. I picked Chargers to win, and they won 30-13. All right, Chargers, you're playing like a good team now. You're finally finishing games, playing strong and stuff. And it looks like Washington just quit. They got dysfunction in that team, and oh boy, I wonder where Kirk Cousins is going to go next year. It's going to be interesting to see. Philly at the Rams. I picked the Rams to win, and they lost 43-35 in what was a very exciting, awesome game, but got that one wrong. But I'm sorry, Eagles fans. I'm sorry. Wentz is a good kid. He's playing awesome this year and tore his ACL. I will say you guys still have a chance because Foles at least has played competent at times in his career. They have weapons. They have a bevy of running backs. They have good receivers. And he knows the system. So your season's not over yet, but it's definitely going to be a lot tougher to make out of the NFC now. But you guys could probably still win a playoff game maybe or two. But well, hey, we'll see. I hope, I hope Foles plays well. It sucks for Wentz. You hate to see a good kid like that get freaking hurt like that. Seattle at Jacksonville. I picked Seattle to win, and Jacksonville won 30-24. Got that one wrong. It was a good game, and Blake Bortles played pretty damn well for once against a good defense, not great. And Michael Bennett's a scumbag. I don't care. He's a fucking scumbag. Him and his brother are both scumbags, and you can tell me until you're blue in the face that they're not, but they are. And he's nominated for the Walton Payton Player or Man of the Year award for the Seahawks. That was their nomination. Was Michael Bennett. Good choice. Anyway, Russell Wilson can't do it all, and Jacksonville played well. It's good for them. They're going to win that division. Baltimore Pittsburgh. I picked Baltimore to win, and they lost a close one, 39-38. So I got that one wrong. Antonio Brown. After last week, Russ was my MVP, but after this past week, I would say that it's Antonio Brown and Russell Wilson. And after how Brady played tonight, he can stay where he's at in my rankings. New England and Miami. Speaking of which, picked New England to win, and they lost to Miami, 27-20. Oh man, Brady looked really good without his big meathead out there. Who should be suspended for a lot more than one game? But yeah, whatever. Double standards and all. I mean, it still doesn't matter for Patriots in the long run. If they win next week, they still can get home field throughout. Because them and the Steelers that's the AFC. It's them and the Steelers. So we're 5-11, so we're just going to pretend that week didn't happen. And right on week 15, get your barf bags ready for Thursday because we're starting off this week with the Denver Broncos at Indianapolis. Well, at least I get to see the Colts losing the Color Rush uniforms because I'm picking the Broncos to win. The Colts just suck. I mean, we should have won this past week in a snowball, but we got screwed. But I'm happy about it. Get a better draft pick. Please, luck. Please, luck. Please play again. Please play next year. Please be okay. There's pieces there, and we're going to have a high draft pick. And hopefully a fucking coach that at least knows X's and O's and doesn't talk about chopping wood and all his fucking mannerisms. Look for the Broncos to win that game, though. Then we got 2 Saturday games. We got Chicago at Detroit. Should be a good game. Chicago, it's been playing well here and there. And Detroit's, a middle-of-the-pack team. But look for Detroit to win this game at home. Los Angeles Chargers at Kansas City. This is the huge game for that division. And I think the Chargers win on the road. They've been playing really well lately. Kansas City's been up and down the last couple weeks, and they've been really bad for the past month and a half to 2 months. I think Chargers find a way to win this game and take a stranglehold in that division. Well, not a stranglehold, but basically a 2-game lead with 2 games to go. Then Miami at Buffalo. I don't know if Tyler Taylor's going to play. I don't know if Peterman's going to play. But Miami showed me something. They played well. And they are a very inconsistent team, but look for Miami to win that game on the road. Baltimore, Cleveland. Cleveland, you had your chance again. Had a 14-point lead in the second half and couldn't hold that lead against Brett Hundley. And you guys aren't going to win this week either. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me the way this year's going if you guys did win, but look for Baltimore to win that game on the road and keep their wild card spot intact. Cincinnati at the Vikings. Bengals suck. And then Vikings are going to bounce back. The Jets at New Orleans. Now, this would have been a tough game if McCown was healthy, but he's out for the rest of the season. Bryce Petty's not good. If they play Hackenberg, he's really not good. Look for the Saints to win this game pretty easily and bounce back from the loss against the Falcons. Philly at the Giants. Giants, who played inspired football for, 85% of the game, but then it fell apart. And I think the Eagles are going to rally around Foles, and they're going to play well enough to keep the ship moving. And they don't have to worry about anything against the Giants this week. Look for Philly to win that game pretty easily. Arizona, Washington. Two below-average teams. I'm going to pick Arizona to win this game. I think Washington is just quit on the team. I think that's just a bad team right now and a really bad situation locker room. Too many injuries and no chemistry, no leadership. Arizona wins. Green Bay, Carolina. Now, I have no idea if Rodgers is going to be taken off the IR and able to play this game. But I'm going to pick that, thinking the fact that he is. And I think I pick Green Bay to win this game. I think Rodgers comes back and he just might be a little rusty in the first half, but comes alive and finds a way to win a game on the road against a tough Carolina team. Houston at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's team's good, minus Bortles, but he's been playing okay lately. And Houston is just riddled with injuries. And looking on to next year, look for Jacksonville to win that game. The Rams at Seattle. Rams are a legit team, but I think Seattle finds a way to win this game at home. And I believe they would be the leading division then. Look for Russell Wilson to firmly put himself back in the MVP discussion with a big week this week. And look for Seahawks to win that game. New England at Pittsburgh. This is the AFC right here. This is for the ever-important home playoffs throughout. I'm picking Pittsburgh to win, but I don't feel very confident about it because you guys never play well against the Patriots. But you have to get over the hump eventually, right? Just feed Antonio Brown. I know Belichick's got to do what he does and try to take him out of the game, but Antonio Brown's a different breed right now. He's the best receiver in the league, and Julio Jones isn't that far behind, and Brown's still in the league of his own right now, and should be right up there in the MVP discussion with Russell Wilson and Gurley at this point. Would have been Wentz, but he's dead, unfortunately. Tennessee at San Francisco. Garoppolo's made this team respectable. And I think San Francisco wins this game. And I think Tennessee takes a big shot to their wild card hopes, but they should still be fine. But Tennessee just looks bad, and Mariota's got banged up this past week, and I can't believe his knees didn't get blown out, but he's going to play most likely. But I think San Fran finds a way to win. Dallas at Oakland. Two underachieving teams. I'm picking Oakland. I don't think Oakland makes playoffs or anything, but I think they show a little pride this weekend and find a way to win. I think they can move the ball against that defense. And then Monday night, Atlanta at Tampa Bay. Really? Atlanta's going to win. I mean, it's a division game, so you never know. It could be close, but pretty sure Jameis is going to be eating those L's, and Falcons are going to eating the wins. Look for Falcons to win that game. Pretty easily won game. The primetime games this week aren't that great. You got started off with the Colts and Broncos, and then you got the Falcons and Bucks ending it. So you got two bad teams, and then you got Falcons most likely blowing out the Bucks on Monday night. But that's it for this week. Let me know how you guys, how your teams are doing. If you know how your fantasy team is doing. I lost my chance to make a fantasy playoffs in one league because I had too many players tied to that Colts game, and I had no other options because it was a deep league. But anyway, hope everybody's doing great. Hope everybody's enjoying this awful weather, and hopefully no one else is sick like me right now. But I'll see you guys next week. Hopefully I can talk better. But as always, peace out. God bless America. And good job, Dolphins. I'm proud of you. Later.